What is up, you guys? Welcome to session number 48. We are near the S&P 500, nearing the 5,000 level, guys, the 5,000. So here we are right here. S&P rose Wednesday and edged closer to the 5,000 level for the first time as investors parsed through another slate of quarterly results and heading into the back half of the earnings season. So we're in the middle of earnings season right now. We really had a lot of companies, a lot of well-known companies, announce earnings. We had Microsoft, we had Amazon, we had Meta, we had Apple, Palantir. We had a bunch of stocks in the portfolio that has already announced, and then we're going to the back half of that, earnings season, and it's really. Even with, the Federal Reserve announcement with Jerome Powell coming out and saying, a March cut is unlikely, we are still seeing, the market really react positively, even for that news based off, earnings and stuff like that, strong earnings on companies. So the market is really reacting positively right now, currently in Q1 2024. So, we had the broad-based index adding 0.7%. We had NASDAQ jumping 0.8%. Dow Jones rallied to 0.4%. So we have a fresh batch of quarterly results yesterday. We had Snap really plunging 35%. We had Ford, a Mogul 30 stock, gaining 4.7 after beating Wall Street fourth quarter estimates. We had Enphase, not a Mogul 30 stock, Enphase popping 16% after a solar company said its inventory glut may be approaching a bottom. So quote unquote, a better than expected earnings season coupled with upbeat guidance has been a source of strength for the market in recent weeks, reassuring investors of continued growth in 2024. So as we mentioned, earnings is really popping this market, really making investors confident in this market. Much of the earnings upsides been driven by mega cap technology and artificial intelligence focused names, phenomenon that also contribute to narrow market breadth. So, we have the AI hype really, making a factor in 2023, and then is continuing on in 2024 with a bunch of these companies announcing AI, what they're focused on, their guidance and stuff like that. So, we're really looking good in 2024 so far. And as mentioned, the latest stock market advance has come even as expectations of how far the Fed will cut rates in 2024 have pulled back. Fed Chair Jerome Powell signaled last week that investors will have to wait longer than previously thought for a central bank pivot. So, really want inflation to come down more before they start focusing on that interest rate cuts. And, we have Fed speakers coming out. Federal Reserve President Neil Kashkari saying Wednesday that he anticipates only 2 to 3 cuts this year. And so this really confirms that the Federal Reserve is only focused on 2 to 3 rate cuts this year. And, we'll see when the first one is going to be. Our prediction is probably going to be in the May federal meeting. So we'll see if that happens then. That is our prediction. I think they are going to be passing and unchanging rates on the March meeting, but they could surprise us. Who knows? We also have another slate of Fed speakers on tap today. Remarks from Michelle Baumann and Adriana Kugler, and that is following by the quarterly results by Disney, PayPal, and ARM Holdings. Disney and PayPal being a part of the Mogul 30 today. So we're going to be looking for those. I'll leave the CNBC Live updates in the description below. Let's see how the market is reacting towards that news. So, we have really S&P 500 nearing that 5,000 mark for the first time. And, it's at 4,993 right now. We made a high at 4,998. So we are inching towards that 5,000 mark on SPX, on the SP 500. Let's go ahead and see how the SPDR S&P 500 index is doing. We have a high there at 498.43. Currently trading at 497.81. And let's go over to QQQ now. Let's dive into what QQQ is doing. We really want to build a big position, and we are seeing higher highs here at 432 483, and that is, you know, a high there for QQQ, and we see it trading at the 432 mark right there. So we are really going to be pausing our position again on QQQ. Wait until this comes down a little bit more, hopefully down to this 416 mark here, the previous low. So we'll actually pause our QQQ position right now. We want to pause it because, you know, QQQ is at highs right now. We don't want to buy at the high. We see it trading at the 64 range right there. So we're going to pause right now and hopefully wait until that comes back down. We are currently at 11 shares here, 4,700 on market value. So that is the QQQ position. Let's go into Palantir, currently trading at, looks like, the 2367 range. We are, you know, looking, you know, in the future to see Monday what we're going to do when we get our shares assigned on Friday, expiration February 9th. And, you know, we had a strike of 1850. We're going to be collecting our appreciation from that assignment, and then turn around on Monday, do another covered call or cash secured put, depending what the market is like on Monday. And, you know, are we going to do Palantir again? We don't know. Cash secured maybe on Palantir, or maybe buy into another stock and do a cover call. So we are, you know, going to see what we're going to do on Monday when we get that capital back from Palantir. So that is the Palantir cover call update. And now we're going to be diving into the $10 buy of the day here. We currently see Starbucks down the most today, and that is, you know, 0.94%. And that tells us, you know, that the market is really doing great today, and there's not a lot of deals today. So we're going to have to really dive into what's down in the portfolio and try and snag a deal on what's down. You know, deals, typically I like to see deals with companies that are down on the day, hopefully, you know, down 3%, down 5%. So let's go over now to the portfolio, the positions here, and see what is currently down in the portfolio. Right now, we only have Palantir, Starbucks, Lockheed Martin, PayPal, Zoom. Palantir is a covered call, so we're not going to touch that. So we're looking at Starbucks, Lockheed Martin, PayPal, Zoom. Let's go into each one and check out the RSIs on each one on the 6-month chart. Let's go to Starbucks here, and they are trading at a 55 RSI level here. You know, we see Starbucks really meeting that 200-day right there. Typically not really a deal for us that we're looking for. Lockheed Martin, on the other hand, trading at 53 fair value, and it's trading under that 200-day, so that could present an opportunity there. We don't see something better. PayPal, we have a 58 RSI, trading above the 200-day moving average. And now we have Zoom as 43 RSI, trading below the 200-day. So we're looking at Lockheed Martin or Zoom. And I think we're going to be going with Lockheed Martin. We really want to build up that position to up to 1 share to really, you know, be able to trim it if we want to. So, you know, it's an expensive stock at the 400 range, so it's going to take a while for us to build up. But let's go ahead and lock in a Lockheed Martin $10 buy of the day. So let's go ahead and lock this in. $10 buy, 0.02331. Let's lock that in. All right, so we locked that in at 429.07. We, you know, are wondering if we want to trim at all. And DraftKings, we have 61. Looking at what is 1 share here. So we got DraftKings and Apple that are eligible. We are not going to be trimming Apple. MGM is eligible. 56. We have Block that is eligible. 59. And the reason we want to, for the eligibility, we need to have 1 share to be able to trim, guys. And that's just our rule. In the portfolio, we want to be able to trim at least 1 share and we need to build all these positions up to 1 share before we start trimming it. So we are not trimming today, guys. We trimmed the last 2, so I think we're going to be holding off on trimming and just do that $10 buy of Lockheed Martin today. So that is trading session number 48, guys. We went over the S&P 500, really making a record high here. And, if we see on the chart, it's, inching towards that 5,000 mark. We made a high on 4,998. We went over the Palantir position, the cover call position on Palantir. We're going to get assigned on Friday. So we're going to turn around on Monday and do another cover call or cash secure put. And we will let you guys know on Monday what stock we go with selling options for premium. And we collected that $60 premium on Palantir, and then we're going to get a $80 appreciation on the assignment on Friday, February 9th, on the expiration of the cover call Palantir. And then we went over Lockheed Martin, really presenting the best opportunity for us right now. Deal trading below that 200-day moving average, testing that 50-day right here, trying to make a bounce back up, and we're trading fair value range on Lockheed Martin. So that is trading session number 48. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed here yet and you like this content, if you like live sessions, then go ahead and consider subscribing. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you're not a part of the Discord yet, go over to mogulvillas.com, check out membership, check to see if it's for you. Get into our Discord club while it is free, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hit the outro.